Good morning everybody, my name's Karen Good and I love to craft. I do it all the time, every day. My husband tries to get me out of the studio, but I just love doing it. But I've just made this card for an allocation. I've just done, and Sarah will show it, or whoever is going to show it one day for you. I thought I'd just do a YouTube just to show what I did and how I've done it. It is using some foam flower ring, if you can pronounce that. But I'm just going to show you how to do the basic card, and then you can put your flowers in at a later date. So what you'll need is a card or some cardstock cut down to 7 by 5. So basically it's so your cutting folder, the embossing folder, sorry, can fit on it. So, and then you'll need another piece for the embossing folder. The die set, I think it's called Winter Wishes or something, but I'll have a look on that and I'll tag it later on. And you'll need both because it's got the window and the Brick Effect embossing folder. So you'll need that and some, I've got like a bricky red effect Harmony ink by Spectrum Noir to make this to shading on the back. So the things you'll need, and you need some brown card, some nice flowered card for the curtains, and something for the wallpaper at the back. So if you get these, and so what you'll need to do first, right, your cardstock 7 by 5 folded, yeah, so you're cutting it out, so that will be 10 by 7, sorry, folded at 5. Okay, and just cut another piece 5 by 7 so it'll fit into the folder. So you'll put that in your embossing folder, and it'll just be cutting plate, folder, cutting plate, and then that will go through your Gemini. If it's your big Gemini, they'll go through that way. If it's little, it'll just go through the normal one. So once you've done that, yeah, so you take this out, and then we're going to colour it in. So we'll get the, is it Baroque colour, but it doesn't matter, you just get a Brick Effect colour and put some on. And this, because it's brick, it can go straight on, because bricks are not perfect. It just goes straight on. And if that bit I've just done, it could be a ball mark. just go straight on it. Some areas are dark, some areas are not. Just go straight on. In different shadings. There we go. If you want it a bit darker in areas, you can. Yeah, so that's your wall done. Let's put that to one side because I am going to top it up in a bit. So that's your brick wall done. Okay, so the only thing I'm going to do with this, because the folder is a little bit bigger, I'm going to cut it actually to the brick. So let's just cut it down, so this end up just to be a little bit short of 5 by 7. Okay, get rid of that. Just wipe my mat off. So I'm bringing in my nice clean white card to bring that off, and my fingers. So that's that. So that's going to get put on your card. So I like a little bit of a gap just to show. So that's going to get stuck down. So I'm going to go mix the Calal glue. down. Squirt it out there a bit, but wait till it dries and then you can take it off. You're happy you've got that central. Put that to one side and let it dry. Right, what you'll need now is your frame, some white some cardstock of what colour. I've just got brown for a wooden window, and cut it out, emboss it a little bit. And again, I'm just going to put a little bit of the brown on, because outside windows are a little bit dirty. Bit of effect, not a lot. Not a lot. And now what you need to do now is also, what you'll need is this bit of acetate. When I can find it, here we go. At least it shines on camera. So then some red liner tape, the thinnest you can get. Then that will need to go down the side of your frame. So put that there. Scissors. Snip. 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 Just get out the rub to make sure they've actually gone down. Now, keep that shining in the camera, I know where it is. So get that and stick that somewhere else other than me. I hate this red liner tape, or the red bits. Static. Right, put that there. Fight a minute, there we go. Right, there's the acetate. Then we're going to stick that on, make sure it just covers your window. If it's a bit much, we can cut it, we'll trim it off. Just give that a rub. Okay. Let's just, I've gone over a little bit, so let's just trim a bit. If you want to, at this stage, you can actually make this a shaker, if you want to. I'm just going to get a bit of cloth. The frame's a little bit dirty. Just washing the windows. So yes, you can make this a shaker at this moment in time if you want to. So you just put some very thin foam around it if you can get it, but I don't want to do that. So what we're going to do now is put the curtains on. So what I've gone and done is I just got some nice pretty card paper with some pretty on, and then I just draw on the back of the card a shape of a window curtain. And then did one, that'll be like that, that'll be like that. So I've drawn one, cut it out, and then I turned the, so when I done that, did that one, basically I went like this, opposite side, and just drew around it again and cut it out, so both the same. That you can get your scraps to do that. And I also cut a piece out just to cover the window on the back, so that's classing as your wallpaper in the house. So because I've gone flower curtains, I've gone a different contrast at the back, so like straight, just plain, and we're going to put a box of flowers there, so this is your actual focal point, to a point. Yeah, so we're going to put the curtains on next. So I'm going to put this little bit where you tie your curtains back on the frame of the window. So they've gone a little bit bigger either side. So again, we will just need some more red liner tape. Let's turn it around so I do it on the actual back, not on the front. Snip. Give it a rub. Let's just snip that off, we don't need it. Right, so let's peel this off. There we go. Right, okay, now we've gone and put the curtains on. So we're going to put the wallpaper on. So again, what you do is you get your liner tape. This time you can go a little bit bigger one if you want to, because it's going there and nobody's going to see it. So let's put that down. Go. Let's give that a rub to make sure it's gone down. Pokey tool to get this off. Better go this way, I can see what I'm doing. There we go. So we can make sure this is going to line up, but we're going to turn it around and make sure it's all level. You get it in your square. Let's just do that. Press it down. We bring it up. There we go. There's a few bits, don't worry, because they're going to be stuck down. Okay. And that's your window done, right, which is going to go on here. So if you want to leave this as it is and decorate it, you can do, but I've gone to the next level. We're going to make a window box, so we'll leave that detached at the moment and put the frame over there. Right, what we need now is piece of brown. It doesn't have to be brown either, it can be a different colour. This is your window box, which I'm going to put along the bottom. So we've got a piece, I've just got a piece of scrap brown, and you need to cut it let's see, 1.5. okay, 1.5 by 4.5, and then you've got to score every 0.5 centimetre down, So put it next to your, let's say put it in the middle of your board, so you've got your 3.5 there. Then you would score down the 3, that would be half, and then score down the other side at 3.5. So it's every half an inch, half an inch, half an inch. Turn it round, just butt it up. You want to do it at the beginning, then we do it there. So there you go, measured 4.5, and we score that down at 4. That's half. Turn it round, 4.5, score it at 4. Okay, so you cut that out, and then you would fold them in like this. So these pieces you snip out, okay, so it ends up like this. So they're going to get all folded in. We can fold it in the other way because that's a nice size. So these are going to be little catchers to make a box. So let's put a bit of glue on there. I'm going to put a bit on there as well. This is my tacky glue. So one will go in, that will go in, and that will go up. Just leave it, let it catch. It doesn't have to be too perfect because we're going to stick some flowers in it and it's going to hide it. I think that's caught. Same again. Bit of glue. Bit of glue. Put a bit more glue on that, they weren't enough. Here we go. There we go. That's your window box. Right, so we've done the window box. I don't know if you can see that. Let's have a go, see if it'll focus. Okay. It's a bit dark because I've done it on dark card and what have you. Okay, so we've got this far. So we've got the window and the plant pot attached. So what I'm going to do, I want to do a bit of shading. So all I'm going to do is, I've got my ink pad. I'm going to find a bit of just a brush. I'm going to dip it in my ink, and I'm just going to go in between the cementy bits, just to highlight little bits on the wall. And then I'm just going to go where the framework is a little bit, like shadow it a little bit. if you want to, just around, just darken it, because these tend to be a bit shaded, don't they? There we go. Put that away. Now the next bit is going to be put the flowers in, so I'll be back in a second. Right, okay, I've made some flowers up previously to this, and I just keep them in a box, so I've just got a few already made. I made different sizes and things like that, and so I can just put them on any kind of card. Same with the foliage, I've just done some. You know, if you're bored one day, just make some up and put them in a box. You'll need your heat gun, hot glue gun for this. So what we're going to do first is put a bit of foliage on, and it doesn't matter how we do it, because I want it to come over the actual card, but you might just be careful because you are going to be working in a little bit of a small area. So let's just put it on first how I want it. Let's just try and mould it. So I want it to be dangling over a little bit, so I might put a bit of glue here and then see how it falls. So let's get the hot glue going. I tend to burn myself a little bit, but not too much. There we go. Let's just put a bit on. And then I'll get my piece of foliage and just put it on how I want it. Use your pokey tool if necessary before it sets. This is going to be, we don't want it down there, we want it, we'll bring them up, we don't want it hidden. Yeah. So we'll just put a little bit more there. Yeah. Some foliage. A bit more, something different and a different colour. So let's put a bit here. Let's put this colour down, put it on, just dangle. Okay. Right, so far. Like that. It's going all over, different colours all over. There we go. These bits I can trim off later. I'm happy with the foliage, so now we're going to put some flowers in. Right, I've decided I have got rid of the blue ones because I'm going to go with cream and white and a bit more. So what we're going to do, which is going to be quite hard because I'm going to do it on the camera, so I'll have to go in with the hot glue gun. So the hot glue gun, I'm going to put quite a lot of glue in. Pick the flower I want quite quickly, go for that one, and I'm going to stick it in and hold it until it cools down. So these are your main ones really. You just have to hold it there for a second. Don't worry about these rough bits at the minute because we can deal with those. Yeah. There we go. I want it to be in there. So once we've finished, then we'll open them all up. Let's pick the next one. What I'm going to do is put it up here so we can actually see a little bit. There we go. So the next one I'm going to go with this white. I'm going for those two. So same again. In that corner, bit of glue. Quite a lot of it. And then stick it in the best you can. Okay. Yeah. Just do the same with the other side. Warm, and even underneath the little paper, the glue. If you get worried, just get your focus tool in there. Just hold it. Hold it on. There we go. So that's that so far. Now we're going to go in with the smaller versions. And I've got one with a bit of greenery. Okay, so this is where you need your focus tool a little bit. Let's put a bit on there and over there. Stick it in. Once it's dried, these strands you can go around with some scissors and chop them off. Let's just open this one up a bit. There we go. That one's going to go in there. Yeah. How are we doing so far? Looking good. And then this one I'm going to like tilt off, so where I've got a bit of glue here we're going to hide it to a point. I'm going to put a bit of glue in there. Try, this is where you might burn your fingers actually. Just try and tilt it over. Okay, bring those leaves down. Let it set. Take a while. Yeah. Bring those glues off. What I'm going to do now, I want to put a bit of greenery in here. So we're going to get a bit of your foliage. Just fold it in half or whatever you want to do, because I like it a bit scrumpled up. And where I've got that there, bit of the join, I'm just going to put a little bit in, put that on, get your poker tool, just shove it in. Good word, just shove it in. Okay. If you don't like that piece, stick it in. It can be a bit rough with these. If you get something that's too much, just trim that because it's like natural foliage then. Yeah. And these pieces of glue, like this. Let's trim that one. That bit on there, you can tend to pull off. And you can manipulate things as and when. So you can see a bit of glue here. What I would do, just get my heat gun, heat it over, get my pokey tool, and put a bit of greenery in its way. If that's not the case, what we can do is, I've got a little bud here which I've got nothing in it. I'm just going to screw it all up in the tightest ball going. Actually, what I'm going to do is just put a dot glue in there. Be careful because it's going to be warm. Screw it up, get your tweezers and pinch it. And it's like a bud until it's set. And then you can just do a bud. Stick your bud on there. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and there, and then stick that in and stick them all together. Do that bit of glue. Quite like that. Get rid of these bit of strands. I tend to tidy it up when it's finished doing what I'm doing. I go around and just tidy it all up. So that's that. I quite like that bud, but I haven't got another piece, so I'll come back and do it. I've got this one. Let's see if this will work. That one might work with a bit of orange. I can do a bit bigger. So we do it again. Put a little bit of glue in there. Close it. Tweezers. How you want it closed. So that's set in. If you wanted to put it there, you can put it there. And you want it to dangle off a little bit, so pick that back up. Quite like that. You think? Then what I'll do is I'll go around and just neaten all these little bits up as and when. So all we've got to do now is get a banner to put across there, whatever you want, and I'll be back in a sec. Right, so what I've gone and done, I've tidied up the glue off little bits and pieces, seeing where I'm happy and things like that, and I've just stamped out a banner. And then I put new home. You can do this for anything, happy birthday, or if you know what I mean. So it can be anything you want. So I've just done that, and what I'm going to do now is just with the rest of the remaining stuff on my blending tool, I might have to put a bit more on. We're just going to shade this so it doesn't look new. Right, so I have aged it, put a bit of glue gel on the base where I want it, a little bit either side. So I want to stick that on there like that, how I want it. There we go. Got a bit of stuff on there. We've got one nice card. Some flowers on. Push them down. There we go. And we can make a box to go with that later.